really, so the right student. The the play there at the end of the first half, the left side of the line, great blocking, and then Kobe picked up a really good block. What did you see on that play to kind of find that hole?
Yeah, it was old school power. The tray just matched the DN backside to the backer, and guard came around and pulled, and it was just wide open for me. It's not very hard. I just had to run.
What was that conversation in the locker room? Because Coach Fritz came out and said you guys didn't panic at halftime, despite the struggles on offense. So just what was that conversation between the coach staff with the offense?
Yeah, Coach Fritz is a great leader. We walked in there. It was don't panic. SFA was sort of a similar game. We got off to a slow start, but luckily our defense was bowing their necks, and they were playing really hard and stopping them. So it kind of gave us some breathing room to figure things out and sort out what we needed to fix, and we got it fixed in the second half.
From your perspective, what do you feel like changed in the second half?
Yeah, I think it was just sorting out those little kinks, communicating. We struggled with communication in the first half. Just who we were IDing and stuff, and once we got that sorted out, things started to flow better. And that defense is really good. Those guys played hard.
Elaborating on that defense, what do you see? Anything different from what you remember going up against that Rice defense now that's under Coach K?
Yeah, Coach K, he's put his own wrinkles in it, and even though it's the same guys and same scheme, it was interesting to prepare because who knows what they're going to throw in there. They got into the star defense a couple times, and it was cool to see Peyton Stevenson out there playing that nickel spot, and Michael Daly and Chris Clark and Blake. Those guys are all really good players, and when they're in even and they're in odd and they're in even, it's hard to communicate that kind of stuff, and kudos to them.